Because see, here I can set up and it's free to set up. Other places charge you $35, $40 just to set up. You know, so this is good. So, you know, it's like, you know, some places you go to where they don't accept cash. You got to have a credit card. The majority of your black people, Mexican people, some Asian people don't have credit cards, so they can't go to those places that only accept credit cards. And there was a ruling that that's against the law. But yet and still, you still have people that do that. You know?
Here?
Yeah. Yeah, here in Oakland. I went down here to get a slice of pizza, right? I went in my pocket, pulled out some cash, and the girl said, no, we don't take cash, only cards. So I had to pay for my credit cards. But I mean, a law just recently passed saying that that's against the law. You know, because a lot of your people don't have credit cards. They don't make enough money. They're below the poverty line. Their jobs, they don't make enough money, so they can't get a credit card. And if they get one of those prepaid credit cards where you pay as you go, they can't do that either because they don't have the money. They got to pay for rent, they got to pay transportation, things like that, you know, and they just don't have it. And a lot of companies don't accept those prepaid credit cards. So
items together, whatever all the items that they purchase, we'll definitely bring up as 50% off. What Target's trying to do, because we're going to be closing on the 21st, and we're basically trying to run sales throughout the whole entire week, so that way we can get this whole entire store cleared out and stuff, because we're going to be trying to close after the 21st. Since there has been like a lot of theft that's been going on, Target has now made it a point to permanently shut down this location. But the Emeryville store, the Alameda store, they'll definitely they'll still be open, but just this store in particular is basically going to be permanently shut down. Yeah, there's actually a few in Portland, Oregon that apparently are also shutting down. Yeah, because of theft and all sorts of crime related stuff that's been happening. So
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's yeah.
To Oakland from San Francisco in 2012, and I moved across the street from the lake. And at that time, gentrification was a big topic, even back then, which was 11 years ago. And it was a big deal because people were moving in, things were getting gentrified, they were just starting to build all of these buildings. And I was very conscious of not wanting to be like a bad gentrifier, so I tried to think about how to interact with the people in the neighborhood, especially people of color who were living there already before me. And so talking to the people who owned like the corner market that had been there a long time, and talking to the people who would like hang out in the parking lot of that, you know, market and stuff, and understanding the people who lived there and like what was happening in that neighborhood before I moved in. Me as a person who is white, moving into a neighborhood that has traditionally been a neighborhood where people are of color, I had to think about how I impact people and think about, you know, if I call the police, if some crime happens, am I going to traumatize my neighbors? I remember also going to something about like unhoused people in Oakland, and in San Francisco at one point in time a lot of the unhoused people in San Francisco are from other places, but in Oakland a lot of unhoused folks grew up in Oakland and were raised here, and they're priced out of basically where they lived. I remember reading a few years ago that a lot of people of color, in particular black people who were living in Oakland, moved out to like Concord and Pittsburgh, like way out on the BART train, you know, like much further out than Oakland.
I've been with Oakland probably for, like I said, 13, 14 years. More of the low income is getting kind of pushed out of Oakland. So now, everyone kind of moved. They moved to the Antioch area, Pittsburgh area, Stockton. And a lot of people went to Sacramento. I'm one of them, right? So it's the prices are so high there, you know. Not even, you can't even rent. Owning a home there is just really out of the question. I mean, a lot of people rent and they can't afford to stay there, so I think they know what they're doing, but you know, who am I, you know? But I can tell you what I'm seeing and what I think it is. People coming in and they're building, but then the locals can't stay. We got generations of people that's getting basically moved out. And I mean, these people that's coming in, I know it's new, but you know, now you got the root of the community, you are making them move. And they can't stay because of the pricing. I mean, they're literally getting forced out. And it's not really their choice, right? And then they don't have any other choices. Right? I'm working a job 9 to 5, and my rent is $3,000. I mean, you can't do that off of basic salary. Don't wait. Just don't wait. You can make $20 an hour, you still can't afford to live in something like that. Can you imagine a family, like 2 bedrooms? That's probably want about $4,000 or $5,000. What is the root cause of why is all this is going on? Are we supporting them? Are we giving them the right opportunity? If we giving them affordable housing that they can, but for what I'm seeing, just for what I see, is that's not what's going on. I mean, where's the opportunity? What are they gonna do? Where are they gonna go? A lot of people can't even leave. They're just living wherever. That's why you see a lot of homeless, a lot of people just on the streets. It wasn't like that 20 years ago. Just, they can't afford it, you know? Some people work. You see people working, but yet they still can't afford it. You know, you want to bring in the housing, you're trying to bring Oakland, I get it. But you don't forget about the people. Don't forget about the original people that's there. Don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. You know, I know you want to bring in money and bring in certain, but you can't forget about the people that have been here.